because it's messy out today.
Yeah, it is.
And it's cold. Cold, brutally cold.
Brutal.
So we have this machine here. If I gave you 1,000 guesses to guess where this is used to, you wouldn't guess. Hey?
They're thinking about it right now.
Yeah. It's used on a ship.
Yeah.
A big ship. A research ship. That's what it's used to. I got to try to figure out where I lift this from. Maybe it was there. We took it down off the truck. Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday you delivered it.
Yeah. We should have a look.
Can't imagine they got a small pile up too.
Yeah, I guess when you think about it, I never really get much thought, you know?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Really, really, really. Bear with me for a second, folks. There you go.
Wow. Now that's super
Isn't that nice?
nice.
That's just absolutely super cool.
Sure is.
Yeah, so apparently it's doing all kinds of weird stuff. So we got to figure out why it's doing weird stuff. Like it's blowing gas out through the exhaust. So that's most likely carburetor or valves. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And they just want it working, just in case we get some more snow, which we most likely will, seeing this is what, the 8th?
On January 8th, we're getting more snow.
We're getting more snow. So yeah. How many people are after posting and saying our tractor is too big for our property?
No, they shouldn't trouble themselves.
People worry about such trivial things.
I know. Well, we appreciate them worrying about us.
Well, they're not. I don't think they were too worried about us. I just think they were being sarcastic.
Sarcasm?
The problem with the tractor, well, there's not a problem with the tractor, is for those who haven't heard the reason why we use such a big tractor is because we commercially snow cleared for 25 years or longer.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had a smaller tractor, which physically was the same size, the 4240. But anyway, a deal came by of a lifetime that I couldn't refuse, bought 5740, and used it one season, plowing snow. Then I said I had enough of plowing snow. So I wanted to go out, get out of the business, snow clearing business, with a new machine. So that winter I think I put 100 hours on it.
Oh yeah, you did.
So we ended up with a new machine to use for our own personal use. Now other people will say, well, you know, you could get by with a 25, with your BX25. Well, this morning out there it's probably minus 25 below zero with the wind.
That's right.
The BX don't have a cab, and I don't know about you, Kathy, but I'm not fussy about going out there on a BX that's not rigged up for snow and only got a bucket on it and a backhoe. So, and even if it was, it would take us probably 2.5 hours with just a normal bit, probably a foot of snow in the driveway. Whereas with the 5740, you can do it in probably 40 minutes, taking your time with the radio on and heat up on bus. So
That's right.
that's why we have the 5740. The other thing, we did a video where I titled it, "Looks Like I'm Gonna Lose My Tractor." And that created a lot of fuss. We had, I don't know, 600 or 700 thumbs up and almost 100 thumbs down, because people accused me of clickbait. I don't know how many times I've been on the tractor forums and a guy said, I think I lost my tractor because the wife got in it and liked it, and now I got to get up real early in the morning before she do so I can use it. And that's basically where that came from.
Yeah, the tractor people know.
But again, the people who gave us the thumbs down and who complained about that being clickbait don't understand about tractors and about women using tractors and men losing their tractors to women because certain clickbait wasn't there. But it just goes to show the mentality of some viewers.
Well, it's a whole problem they never considered.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that why did they click on it if they were disappointed in it? Because they wanted to see me lose my tractor.
Oh. Yeah,
think about it.
That's exactly
Why
it.
would they be upset? Anybody else would laugh and
That
say,
it didn't happen the way they wanted
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. They would laugh and say, well, boy, Paul, and a lot of our viewers said, Paul, you might as well get dressed up and use the BX now. Because Kathy got the 5740.
That's right.
So it just goes to show the mentality of certain viewers, right? And obviously they're not our regular viewers. So I just thought that's just a little thought for consideration, you know, like why do people like bad news more than they like good news? Every time you turn on television, you can count on 2 fingers the good news stories.
Yeah,
Because
unfortunately.
bad news sells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I have the 57 running down there now, 5740 running down there now, warming up. And I'm going to take that machine. We got a lot of snow squalls and drifts.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's
so.
going to continue in Newfoundland too with the weather.
Yeah, I had another question asked about. Last video we did was on fuel supplement, right?
Yes.
And they talked about the power service, and a lot of people said that that's what they use. But one fella asked me, how do you know when it's justifiable to have mass storage? So we'll just go over here for your fuel. We'll just go over here and we'll just size this up for a minute. So what I call mass storage is that. Anything bigger than a jerry can, right?
Yes, okay.
The reason why that we have this is because we have 2 tractors, and sometimes in the summer if we're expanding the property, I got really tired of going and filling up jerry cans.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's brutal. And plus, if you looked at the last video where I was fueling up to 5740, the fuel stopper is not in the most convenient place in the world. The FEL is right in the way of it.
Right.
So you have to try to get it up on top of that and get it down in the tank, right? Hear the cat out
We
there?
hear a cat, yeah.
Hungry now. So anyway, the other reason, so that's the reason why I don't use jerry cans anymore, or one of the reasons, is because this is just so convenient. You come up by the door, you plug it in, it's got automatic shut off. And the other reason is, of course, I've had a medical issue where I can't really, it's not really advisable for me to lift those heavy
No.
cans up high. Now they told me I can pretty well get back to normal now, but at the same time, you don't want to push it, right?
I want to put you
Yeah.
got an alternative. Take it.
Yeah, that's number 2 reason. The number 3 reason is I can have the fuel truck come here now and fill this up directly in there.
Perfect.
And it saves us a lot of time, plus the fuel is cheaper
That's right.
by buying it right from the truck. So that's the reason why. If you only have I shouldn't say only, if you have a BX25 and you're only putting a couple of cans a year in it, you can't justify this.
No.
I mean, the pump is, I'm going to say $450 to $500 here in Canada. Then there's all the filtration systems, and the nozzle itself is probably close to $60. Then, you know, you got to have storage for it. You got a safe place to put it, right?
Yeah.
So the person who asked the question, it depends on how much fuel you use, how many machines you have. I mean, there's fellas got enough equipment that this is only a joke. They go through that in a run of a day,
That's right.
right? I can remember backing into a fuel tank when I was operating heavy equipment. Man, should that take 500 gallons right off the bat?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so it was 50 gallon.
That's right.
So just think about it, right? Anyway, so that's the answer to the viewer's question. I think he asked me on that was on YouTube. Yeah. So that's it. And yeah, a lot of people like the power service,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good stuff. Like I said, I can't tell you how good it is because I've never had problems.
Oh.
So maybe, but it's in all our fuels, both summer, winter, and summer. So I'm gonna go get the tractor, do that little bit of snow clearing, come back, and I'll start at the blow snow, or we call them.
Low snow, and I got a cat to feed.
You got a cat to feed.
Under pressure?
Yeah, not much pressure. 50 to 75 pounds, not good. Well, I'd say it's washed down fuel.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the carburetor off. It's got a pile of stuff wrong with it. It's got all that tore up. Rotted out, eh?
Yeah.
On the ship.
Yeah.
All right. And it's got a switch there. I don't know how good that is. It kind of just don't feel right. And it's got a little leak down there in the front. I'm gonna haul the front cover off, check all the belts, haul the bottom pan off, and check the pulleys and whatnot that's in there. And then I'm gonna pull the carburetor off and clean it.
Okay. Check back when you got all that done.
Cool. Pretty grubby.
Oh, yeah? Well, it is grubby.
When you get stuff on a ship,
Yeah, I know, there's a lot of sea spray, and it's in the air, there's stuff on
Yeah.
there, it's everywhere.
yeah, it sure is. But that's it. Shall see now. What's going on in here? A little bit of dirt in there though. So, she's gonna get treatment now.
Going in the bath?
She's going in that bath.
Deep fryer?
Deep fryer. Yeah. Man, I might as well leave that and pick it off after, maybe. I don't know. Scrape it off with a knife and
And then dunk it. Microsonic, right?
ultrasonic.
Ultra. Oh. I was close.
Yeah, well, I guess you were. Yeah. It was not bad. Not something you see every day around the shop here. But, yeah. Oh, the gasket's pretty
Yeah.
perished out as well. So it looks like this is going to be a job that's going to be left over.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of time.
Well, we've got to get parts, right?
That's right.
Well, we don't know if there's any parts in the city. And if there's no parts in the city, that means we're going to have to order them. I'm going to put that in there just like that. Hey, boy.
Perfect.
Even this is seized, the choke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were having trouble because they broke the knob of it.
That's right.
All right, so.
Uh-huh.
Let's have a look, see. Okay.
There
Get it down there.
we go. Trying to get out?
Oh, it's trying to get out. You should on. Trying to clean the sides.
Put the lid on it.
So when them fries are done now, we'll have a feed for our dinner.
That's right.
See, over here you can see, over here we have see belts. The belts are good. But like I'm seeing stuff like all of this, I didn't loosen this up, so this is all stuff that's not tightened up, so we're going to pretty well do all of that. Gee, it's got LED lights on it. Well, cool, yeah. And I mean, you can tell it hasn't had any use, right?
Oh, that's right.
It's just laid up on a ship for so long. Sorry about the furnace running, folks, but it's cold. Yeah, and all her, she got steering on it, and that's all working. Anybody's ever wondering how these steering works, it blocks one wheel from the other, and you can see these levers here, and they go in and stop this clog. Just watch. You can see it? Yeah, so, yeah, it'll be, I think we can make a machine out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can. one never knows, does one?
No, probably don't get a chance to get on land, that much, so that's why it needs.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, where it's on a ship, you want to have everything right on it.
Yes.
You don't want to chance anything. Like I checked the belt to make sure there was no dry rot and made sure there's not even one crack.
No.
One little tiny sign of a crack and it fails, right? So, but I think there's been a lot of emergency repairs done on it, on the ship.
That's right.
You know, and it's not, to be fair to the guys, it's not in their environment to
No.
repair this. So we're going to
You
make
gotta
sure.
work with what you got.
Yeah, and we're going to make sure it's done right now, you know?
That's right.
Put it back the way it should be. I mean, even in here, just look over here. The fuel valve was cracked off.
Oh, yeah.
See, the knob for that, and of course the shaft as well, right? So that's somebody now that got out there, you know, probably a cold day, and didn't know which way to turn it to the point where it cracked off. Said, "Oh crap!" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for now. That's all I can report on right now. So we have the carburetor out of the ultrasonic cleaner, but all the butterflies going down through the carburetor were all sea solid. You couldn't move this for anything. I had to put vice grips on it and heat it and start to get it moving, and I got it moving. So we salvaged the carburetor. So we're making progress. Okay, folks. I got to make a gasket. I got some gasket material. Let me turn this so you can see if you can see me. Gasket material. Take off my spectacles. Got a little hammer. And what I want to do is I want to get the profile of this gasket, or of this carburetor. So I'm just going to go along and lightly tap. And then I'll be able to show you what I mean. Because we're going to order gaskets. The problem is I need a gasket in order to try the carburetor, see if it's going to work good. So that's kind of why I want to put a temporary gasket there. That's why. I'll show you what I'm doing. I know you're kind of being a bit blind there now. See, I have the profile. And that's what I need. So I'll be back in a minute. So now we're going to use punch wads. We need to punch holes in that gasket. And before I cut the gasket out, I'd rather punch the holes. That way the sides are going to give it some strength. Now I got to go look for a block of wood. Kind of doing this in haste. Kind of trying to do it all here. Hang on now. Yeah, the local Yamaha dealer is the also the dealer for Husqvarna, and you can never get them on the phone. So Taylors, if you're watching, you just lost business because now we got to call the city. See, folks, that's a hole in one. That's what I like about punch wads. When you have these things, they can get you out of a lot of trouble. And the wind, I wish the wind would die down. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. We have 3 holes in one. See what I mean? When you leave the sides on before you cut it away, it adds strength. If I had to cut this out first, it probably would have torn that gasket. Not that it would really matter, but, you know, it is what it is, eh? Yeah, Kathy's in there trying to order the parts for this. So that's why I lost my camera lady. For now, anyway. Like I say, doing sometimes things this way can save you a lot of time. And there, folks, is our gasket. Don't have to wait for one now. Okay, let's have a look and see how it looks here. There's where it needs to be. Like I say, it's, of course, this will be good enough to leave on. And that's how it's going to look, folks. Super cool. Now, I'll tell you one thing. There's some people there today.
Oh, it's madness.
Anyway, it's you can only do what you can do in one day. But that's some handy to have up there.
Yeah, it is incredible.
Better than a bike lift.
Yeah. I couldn't get a whole lot of filming done, but I got some done.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway, what we have done with this now, I got the carburetor done. There was a linkage from high and low idle missing altogether. There's not even in the schematic, the part schematic. Can you believe it? There's parts, what year is this?
2015.
2015. There's parts on this that's already discontinued.
That's incredible.
Now, people ask me why I buy Honda and that stuff. 20 years from now, I'll get a part for that Honda
You'll get a
Snowball.
part.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So, we still have to wait for, hang on now, first of all, let's see who's going to go. Let me see, let me see.
Starts.
That's more than it ever did. So my assumption was right at first. It had low compression because it was washed down with gas. That worked out okay. Now, seeing it's going to be on a ship or in industry, we can't let it go until it has, come over here, until it has all the proper knobs. Knobs, and the fuel cock is missing there, or it is cracked off, so we got a whole new one of them coming with the knob, and we got a new knob coming for the choke too as well, because you can't have employees using something like this. It's got to be safe, right?
It does.
So other than that, we got a lot of new bolts put in. There was some shields that were broke, and I TIG welded them, or MIG welded them. And then changed oil. It now has synthetic oil in it instead of just dyno oil, because it's going to be down in the hole or wherever, and it's not going to be somewhere where it's going to be heated. So
No.
the synthetic would be a good choice for this. And belts were fine, tires are good, and lubricated up all the gears. There's a pile of stuff underneath that was a bit rusty. Some of it I took off, bead blasted, put back on. You know, it's getting back in shape. But I don't want to let it go until we get the proper knobs. And you've got to have some way of shutting off your fuel. After all, the worst thing you can have on a ship, well, the two worst things, I suppose, is a hole in the boat and a fire. All right? So that's what we're doing. So I guess that's it, eh?
Oh, before we go, don't forget your Stickas.
The what?
Sticka. Sticka orders.
Oh, the Sticka.
Lots of orders coming in.
Huh?
Lots of orders coming in.
Yeah, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Get your Sticka to support the channel.
That's right. Information will be in the description.
Yeah, all the information's there in the description of every video. They're going fast, eh?
Oh, they are. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, a lot of people showing support.
That's right.
As far as Australia.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how many?
Germany, everything.
I mean, you went off with envelopes this morning. Well,
Yeah,
was that thick?
it was.
So pretty cool.
Yep.
We appreciate the support, and not only that, it's like a bit of encouragement too, you know?
That's right. There's going to be a lot of people in Kentucky with our sticker.
Yeah, Kentucky was the big one, is it?
Yeah, Kentucky is a lot of people. Maine too. Maine's a lot of viewers.
Is that right? Yeah, well, cool.
It's interesting, and I recognize a lot of the names.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming over to our Facebook page.
Yes,
A
and
lot
I
of
recognize them because they bought tie rod boots too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we're trying to get some more than.
Yeah, then more requests coming in.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's coming all the time, right? So that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's too early to quit yet. I still got some other stuff here I got to do, so I'll do that. You know, I cleaned up the tool room about a month ago. I had my Milwaukee blades for my
Oh,
saw.
yeah.
Can't find them.
And they're a big package.
Big red packages.
Can't find them.
Can't find them.
I
Put them
know.
away for safekeeping.
I feel for you. I did it too. I can't find anything now since I
Yeah.
cleaned up my room before
I
Christmas.
think the last time I saw them, before I cleaned it all up, they were on the floor. I had no trouble finding them.
Yeah.
Now I picked them up and I laid them somewhere. No, sir, cannot find them. So we're going to have a coffee now, a McDonald's
That's right.
coffee,
Perfect.
and we're going to come up and we're going to go on the bandsaw blade hunt.
I don't know where you're getting this we from.
Oh,
I got
yes,
enough
oh,
to
we
do.
are gonna
There is
do
no,
it.
there is no we.
We are going to do it,
No,
or
we
you're.
aren't doing it.
Well, here's the choices. Here's how we are going to do it. You can help me find the hacksaw blades,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Fit that.
Right.
Or you're going to be using this from
I'm
now
not
on.
going to do either one.
Oh
I
yes,
mean,
oh definitely. Sure, I can't use it. Sure, I got a heart condition.
well, I'm going to tell you.
Look, I can feel every artery's tightening up now. Just holding
from
this.
that.
Just from this. I'm telling you, like, I'm getting weak. I got to put that down. That's manual labor.
Oh.
Nothing is manual labor here anymore.
That's not going to kill you.
All I'm doing is I just guide the tools. I don't there's none of this anymore.
Well, you're going to have to find your blades.
Well, you're going to have to help me.
Well, we're going to see.
Anyway, folks, I'm going to tell you something. She's going to be helping me find blades.
Oh, yeah, you're pretty sure.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, we'll see you in the next video. You guys take care and look after yourselves and try to stay warm.
I know, brutal cold.
You know? And I won't say what I usually say at the end of the video because we suspect we're getting targeted because of,
G word.
yeah, so we're going to try this, just an experiment.
We're doing a test, so we apologize.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, look after yourselves and we'll see you in the next video.
Found them. I got them in here. They're waiting underneath the, I don't know, some kind of bag or something.
Where to? Get them.
Yeah, it's 3 packages. All that old stuff might fall down my
Oh,
hall.
don't worry about that.
Yeah, well, you're going to worry about
I thought you weren't looking. When I showed you that hacksaw, you had to change your heart.